I picked up my hat and began to brush the dirt from it. It was even more battered now. You did, my lady. Is this when you met Caroline? Aww. Aww. Caroline Scott of Hawkins Lane. That's sweet.
About ratting me out. My tracks are covered. Yours ain't.
I wasn't thinking about ratting you out. I was thinking of letting you be. Until the time came for you obviously to fall, because you are just a general dick. Because you have the assassins, you have Sean and Rebecca, and I know they don't really have any supremely evil intentions for me, but you aren't very subtle about your bullshit.
Like the allongé? I practiced.
I think you pulled it a little too long.
Oh, come on. It's not encrypted code, for God's sakes. It's just a bloody coffee.
Poor Sean, he can never win.
Oh, hooray! It's our old friend.
Hey there, I just got a call about picking up another transfer.
Oh? You said you were here to see me.
Yes, that is one of the perks. Let's see it.
There you go.
A conference in Chicago, very nice. Thanks for this. We'll be in touch.
Ciao, Rebecca. Text me.
Stuff it, Hastings.
Leur culture d'entreprise me donne envie de vomir.
Yeah.
Well done, friend. Very well done. Apologies for my temper tantrum there. You are with the good guys, I promise. We'll keep you safe. Trust me. Go on back to work. We'll be in touch.
Yeah. Right. You know, after all the shit you just pulled, I don't know if I can ever trust you again, Johnny. Johnster. If that's even your real fucking name. Okay, 315. That's gonna end with a 5 or 0. Alright. Usually I just screw with it. How do I do this? Okay. Oh, right. Left or right. I'm trying to go like up or down, but it's left or right. Easy. All I'm doing is matching the way the waves look and just hoping for the best. Wow, this was useful. Is there anything I can do? Nope. Okay. Thank you, security room. But we can hack the other rooms now. The ones up top. Yes, very good. Hello, Sean. Don't mind me. I got level 2 access to everything now. So I'm going to hack the hell out of everything as I can, and maybe I can get some more information on Desmond Miles, because that's fun. I like how they passed off like the whole Templar assassin thing with John. He's like, oh yeah, surprise, Abstergo's Templars. I'm like, okay. I guess that's one way you could throw it at the player. Okay, level 2, what do you got for me? 3 computers, ooh. Liberation, live and play through the eyes of Eveline de Granthe. Or whatever. I'll play as her. Well, they have Liberation HD coming out, so I might play that and then play the Eveline stuff on the PS4. We'll see. Because I don't want to have like any heavy spoilers. Because I wanted to play the HD or play the additional content beforehand. It probably isn't too spoilerific, I assume. Ah, this one's so nice and simple. I like simple. I like spending 1,000 years on something. Fuck. That was my fault. Shit. Oh, come on. Just aim for the big pieces, Johnny boy. And by Johnny boy, I mean me. Damn it! Fuck me! I was just like, rush, 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 rush. You know what would be really really evil. If they made only like certain segments of these security lines disappear, fuck me. If they made certain segments of these things disappear and then spiral out. I'm just saying, it could be a possibility. All right, ready to go. Oh, that was a little bit closer. Because it's basically I'm just trying to jump across the line as fast as possible before I get screwed over anywhere. Alright, please have a voice log or something, because I really like voice logs. At least when they're from Desmond Miles. Because Nolan North is a decent actor of himself. Okay, we have pictures. There's Sean. There's Desmond. There's his bar. Are you serious? Desmond, you took pictures of a- oh, look at the cat. It's so random, Desmond. There's them chilling out at the fucking... at the cave. I don't know why they took a picture like that, but okay. There's his dad. There's Rebecca. I don't know why he has a random picture of Rebecca. And Sean. They're obviously a thing, Desmond. Jeez. It's the Lines one! Fantastic! This better give me something good. That last one's alright. No, it's not a... It doesn't beat... It doesn't beat voice memos, but it's still decent enough. Alright, I need to get to like a really high up place like this! Ha ha ha! Yay! The first one!
Son, I don't think I've ever used this phone more than a few times to record anything. Hey, Dad. So, we're all here in New York at the motel. It's Queens, actually, in Astoria, near the NQ. Rebecca's off getting batteries for something. Sean's in his room doing whatever Sean does. And, you're out getting some food. Me? Well, I'm supposed to be getting ready to break into some offices in the financial district. Feels just like prepping for one of your old training drills, actually. 10 years go by, and then you show up, and it's like I was never gone, and we're right back to the ball busting and the conspiracies and the paranoia. Only this time, I believe you. I believe every word. You know, I don't even think you know the half of it. I don't think you know how much I've seen. How much I've learned in just a few weeks. Everything, really. I feel like I've lived 1,000 years, or 10,000 maybe. It's impossible to explain. But when you see that much of the world through the eyes of so many, you can't help but be sad. And to see all these incredible, intelligent people fight the same battles, make the same mistakes over and over again. Because culture and knowledge and history, these things, they aren't passed on through our genes. Every kid on Earth needs to relearn the basics. How to live, how to survive, how to stand up for what's right. So much is lost in the transfer. So much is added every generation. It's a shame. I mean, over and over, everything must be learned again. I met Clay, Dad. Clay Gesmerick, in the Animus. I knew him by his Abstergo handle, Subject 16. My predecessor. And he showed me things. He passed them to me just before he died. Or got deleted or whatever. Everything he'd learned, everything he'd seen. God, how do I talk about this? So, guess you trained him. After I left, he really looked up to you, and now that I've seen through his eyes, I think I understand why. I'm glad you had him around, even if I wasn't there. The things he showed me. Unbelievable things. And I never... Shit. Alright, I'll be back in a second.
Desmond. It would be nice if you got these in order, rather than just kind of like, you get 3, 2, and 1. It's just weird. But, yeah, I really enjoyed Desmond. And every time we get a voice memo from Desmond, I'm just gonna have to sit here and evaluate the shit out of the guy we're playing as. Like, oh boy, we get to be the silent dude who gets bossed around by John. At least John has an interesting personality. You know, he has a shitty name, probably for a good reason. John is just too generic of a name. I know, I mean, there's plenty of Johns. I know a John. Smarty's a John. But in this instance, I think John is just a secret name, you know? Something's going on here, and I'm gonna get to the bottom of it, one way or another. First, I hack into people's computers, and I take the information off of it, because for some reason, these guys just have fucking Desmond Miles' memos on their computers, and they don't give any shits about them. It's like, okay. Fuck! So barely! By like a fucking nanometer did I hit that. Okay. There we go, that's a much bigger one. Okay, Alea Ghost Lights. Bermuda Triangle. Okay. So this is another one of those, hey, look at all these places that have like weird things going on with them. Hey, Lake Vostok, that's something I know about. Working with our Russian partners, we have secured an agreement to commence research into the subterranean lake that rests deep beneath Vostok Station, in the accurately and poetically named Pole of Code on the East Antarctic ice sheet. Sitting approximately 3,500 meters above sea level, this freshwater lake rests 4,000 meters beneath the surface. A core ice sample was extracted in 2012, and we will soon begin research that would provide a paleoclimatic record going back some 400,000 years. Isolated fossil water reserve samples may prove even older. Only time and science will tell what genetic marvels these magnificent samples will reveal, if not a new window into first civilization life itself. Yeah, that lake is interesting. Alright, let's get a move on. I'm pretty sure there's other places to hack. I'd read the rest of them, because obviously those will be very interesting information. You know, the Abstergo, Ubisoft perception of the world, but now I've got this. Can you show me my map? There we go. Sometimes it just disappears. Hi. Now, continuing on, I know some people are just gonna roll their eyes at me continuing to be like, oh my god, stop talking about it, GaLm, we get it, you don't like the character not having a voice. And I don't know, I just want to keep on elaborating, because it's not just that I don't like him having a voice, because there's tons of protagonists out there that don't have voices. Now, to be fair, I don't really like them either. I just don't like characters not having a voice, like Gordon Freeman. Didn't like that. I don't like Gordon Freeman and his non-voicitude, you know? But let me get past this, because multitasking is very bad while trying to talk about something. Okay, here's different work cameras. Got you. Ooh. Hello, Melanie. Maybe you want to go on a phone call or something, Melanie? Talk about something important with Olivier? No, just kind of browse your computer. Man, I'm doing fucking real work over here. Anyways, but the way I see it, Assassin's Creed is a game that's been going on for many years, with yearly installments. And I feel like it was a really big cop-out. Now, obviously, I'm not a developer, right? I don't know what legitimately went across their minds. All I can do is perceive it in the way as a player. And as a player, I like to be treated with somewhat of respect in the way of things, you know? I like information. Even if, like, during the Let's Plays, I don't read a lot of the information they give me, it is cool that they expand on all these things and, you know, we can get to experience the world. And I do like walking around and experiencing it. I just think that, you know, it wouldn't have been a massive hassle to throw in a voice onto the character. Like, that's it. You could literally just keep everything the way it is, except for a couple of obvious story plots, because obviously, you know, the way they handle some of the story plot and the way your character is supposed to feel, they just use John. It's like, oh yeah, that's right, Abstergo or Templars. Rather than your character going through like a self-discovery thing, it's just left to John being kind of a condescending, crazy guy, and basically just shoving this information in your face. And you already know this stuff, and that's what sucks. You already know these things. You already know Abstergo is Templars. You already know Rebecca and Sean are assassins. So what they could have done was made a character who obviously would legitimately not know these things, and have him voice his opinions. Because then you have a solid, in-place thing in the story world itself of a character who just is just an average Joe who happens to be good at manipulating memories. Whatever the fuck that means. I still don't understand that, like, yo, you're really good at using the memory thing. I'm like, I'm really good at just running around and playing a game, because that's what from the very get-go, the first animus was like, it's supposed to be kind of a game, so people are be able to interface easier with their ancestors' memories, or with memories in general. But yeah, no, I just think that, you know, if this guy talked or something, I would enjoy it more. You know, character like Isaac Clarke is definitely a character I'd use as an example. He started talking, and I really, really enjoyed him. That's just how it is. And I think that could have had because there's plenty of characters like Booker DeWitt. Booker DeWitt, first person perspective, talked, had a personality. I really fucking enjoyed that game. I really enjoyed BioShock Infinite, and one of those reasons was because of the fact that DeWitt talked. He interacted with Elizabeth. He gave his reactions. He had an attitude about things, and that was great. Because, you know, sometimes our personalities would cross over and be like, yeah, we both have an attitude that's like, oh, Elizabeth, something like that. I don't know, I just like that. I'll stop talking about it. I think my point is just around. You guys get it. I don't like characters not talking because I think it's lazy. I think it's easy to just go, all right, let's throw a voice onto him. Even if it's just like a generic, boring character, it's far more interesting than generic, voiceless character who's just basically me fucking reacting to things. Like, if I wasn't doing a Let's Play, doing reactions, I would have so much less of a connection with the character that I already don't have much of a connection with. Let me read this. One of history's most overlooked leaders, Madeleine de Lias. I really like that names aren't as complicated these days. Madeleine freed hundreds of slaves and brought them to sanctuary in a tropical haven whose construction she oversaw personally. Brutally cut down at the peak of her career by Aveline de Grandpré, the orphan she rescued from a broken home, Madeleine served as a Master Templar. Oh, she was a Templar. Okay. That's how come we have all this information here. Because she's a Templar. God, I don't know how the people of this world really perceive things and just accept the Templars. Like, the Templars are literally just like, they have this ideal, and I'm like, okay, I can see where you're trying to get a point across about your ideal, but at the same time, you're really terrible at it. Like, at every stop of the line, there's like, yeah, dirty money pays for clean hospitals. You guys, your work is meaningless until you get us information so we can continue our work.
Our researchers looked into the life of Altair Ibn Lahad, hoping to find a biography that might serve as a positive role model for Abstergo's global outreach programs. Unfortunately, this renegade assassin proved to be no such thing. In much of his footage, we see a man gleefully flouting some of his culture's most entrenched taboos with an arrogance that borders on messianic.
Altair, no! This is not our way! To burn a man's body is forbidden!
Many of our researchers felt that the arguments articulated by Altair's rival, a man known as Abbas, were clearer and more cogent than any we heard from Altair. I've recently put in a request that more effort be dedicated to locating one of Abbas's descendants, if any exist. It's clear to us that Altair's transgressions were the primary motivation behind the ultimate dissolution of his despicable order by the middle of the 13th century. We therefore strongly recommend a pass on this property, in favor of a more agreeable and inspiring figure from this era.
Of course, the Templars would prefer I guess if you think about it, alright, there you go. People were trying to use... No. I'm thinking about a different subject. There you go. There's an assassin. I just got reminded because of that little marketing thing, which was kind of neat. That... Whatever his name was, I already forgot it, but the guy who was opposing Altair and even killed, you know, his son, and I think he also killed the wife? Or was it just the sons? I'm not sure. I think it was just the sons. It's been a while since I played Revelation, okay? But he was kind of like... an evil assassin, or not really evil, but more like a misguided assassin, right? There you go. That's a more appropriate terminology. All right, I think I'm going in circles here. Trying to find a decent place. Aha! There you go. To begin the spin circle. Core breached! Accessing information! Okay. Ghost of the Machine. Yeah, I'm hacking all these things. Phase 1 report. This surveillance video, possibly captured by the Erudito. Because I want to try to say it some different way, and so it keeps on conflicting in the middle of it. I'm like, Erudito. Or another group is labeled New York, USA, 2012, 9/01. So that's September 1st. The accompanying chat transcript was labeled Kidnap, data transcript level 3. Can someone ask Chase to make sure his men use more professional language going forward? Yes, sir, we have him. Oh, is this when they kidnapped Desmond? Yep, that's when they kidnapped Desmond. The poster identified this only as unmarked hangar, but then went on to say Abstergo agents arriving at destination, company-owned jet brought to hangar after landing, victim identified as Desmond Miles. I don't think this has spread too far yet. Location has already been scrubbed, so I think we can dismiss this as the ravings of a fanatic. Preliminary analysis. A leaked subject medical file. We're looking into it. No mental disorders on subject 17, though. That must have been a relief for the public to read. Patient has no active complaints, no acute distresses, no prior cardiac history, blood pressure normal, primary blood analysis, no significant traces of chemicals that would lead to neurological disorder, no indication that patient would be prone to neurosis. Unlike previous subjects, patient is psychologically stable. You are clear to proceed. Ah, so they did all these signatures. All right, age 25, height 6. Ah, Desmond Miles is taller than me. I'm 5'11". I think. That was, I measured that like years ago, 3 years ago, so we'll see. Last seen September 1st. Wearing a white hoodie and dark jeans. And obviously this is something to help find... Oh, Friends of Subject 17 distributed these all over New York. Aw, people wanted to find Desmond Miles. Oh, that's another sad blow. Desmond Miles had friends that weren't involved in his assassin life, and they just had a friend disappear outright. Jesus. Anyway, let's hack this last one and then get back to the animus, because I know people would prefer me being Edward. And I would like to be Edward as well. But you have to have these little bits as well in order to continue our lives. Alright, there we go. Whee! Vertical spinning! How many ancestors do you have? How many of their secrets are locked away in your genes? And how many of their stories are you willing to share with the rest of us? Welcome to the fascinating world of genetic memory retrieval. We here at Abstergo Entertainment are now poised at the precipice of this exciting new frontier. Technologies and science that will change the way we view the past and live the future. In the coming year, we'll be opening studios all across the world dedicated to a single purpose: collecting and archiving the stories locked away in human DNA. And we need your help. We're looking for courageous men and women to donate their genetic materials to our historical research teams and help us make rehistory. Oh, okay. So join us, Abstergo Entertainment, where the past is our playground. That's the little pitch to the world. Hey, let us hack your genetic memories, huh? Wouldn't it be nice if we knew everything about history from real perspectives? Come on, why don't you come in to Abstergo Entertainment? Okay, thank you. To be fair, if Abstergo were real, and obviously the world of Assassin's Creed didn't exist with assassins, I'd probably go for it. I'd go for a pitch like that, like, ooh, relive history. I want to see what life was like back then. I don't know how much I'd like having the bleeding effect happen to us. Oh well. I'm gonna take a little break here, and then we'll do our thing where we jump into the animus. We live as Edward Kenway. So be right back.